Hello guys, my name is Professor with double S dot ingeniero. It's written like this. Okay, I'm the new teacher of YouTube, and today I'm going to show you how to solve quadratic equations. Okay, quadratic equations. Okay. Okay, the quadratic equations are this kind of equations. Okay, a x squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Every equation like this would be a quadratic equation. Okay, we have three different situations of quadratic equations. The first one is if c is 0, for example, x squared plus 5x. This is an example when c is 0. You see here b is 5, a is 1. You see, but there is no c, so c is 0. This is the first kind of quadratic equation, and I'm going to tell you how to solve this kind and the other two kinds. Okay, well, to solve this kind we can put x multiplied by x plus 5 equals 0. Okay, this is equals 0. You see, this equation is the same as this equation. If you put the x inside, you put the x times x plus x times 5, it's this equation here. So if this is 0, or we have two different situations. Maybe this is 0 or this is 0. So we have x equals 0, because if x equals 0, everything this is 0, or x plus 5 equals 0, because if this is 0, x multiplied by 0 would be 0. Okay, so x equals minus 5. We have two different solutions, x equals 0 and x equals minus 5. Okay, this is type 1. Okay, now we are keep continuing with type 2. Okay, which one is type 2? Type 2 is when b is 0. Okay, for example, we have x squared minus 9 equals 0. You see, a is 1 and c is minus 9, but we don't have b, so b is 0. Okay, how do we solve this? We just put the 9 on the other side of the equal, so x squared equals 9, then x equals plus or minus square root of 9, so x equals plus or minus 3. Okay, because plus 3 the square is 9, and minus 3 square it's also 9. Okay, this would be the situation. And then the last situation is when we don't have any the last situation is we have all these letters, because if a would be 0, this would not be a quadratic equation. You see, this would be just a first order equation. Okay, so the last situation is we have a and b and c. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and I will teach you how to solve this. Okay, we have, for example, in the third situation, x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. Okay, there is a formula to solve this. Is this one, the formula: x equals minus b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. Okay, this formula. So here we need to say which one of these ones is A, which one is B, and which one is C. So A is 1, because here is 1, B is -1, is this one, and C is this one, is -6, okay? So, okay, we just need to solve this. X equals minus B is -1, plus and minus square root of B squared is -1 squared is 1, minus 4 times A is 1 times -6, divided by 2 times 1. So X equals 1, because minus 1 is 1, plus and minus square root of 1 minus 4 times -6 is plus 24, so it's 25 divided by 2. So we have X equals 1 plus and minus 5 is the square root of 25 divided by 2. So we have two different solutions. The first one is X equals 5 plus 1 is 6 divided by 2 is 3, and the other one is 1 minus 5 is -4 divided by 2 is -2. X equals -2. We have these solutions, okay? So what would happen if this square root would be negative? I mean, if this would be -25 instead of 25. Well, there is no solutions for this in the real numbers, only in the complex algebra. So we would say these have no solution. There would be no solutions for these equations if the square root would be negative, okay? But this is not the case, so these have solutions. X equals 3, X equals -2. So we could put this like X minus 3 multiplied by X plus 2, and you can see here there are the solutions. If we put 3 here, this would be 0, and if we put -2 here, this would be also 0. So if we would work on this, we would go to these equations of the beginning, okay? So I hope I helped you, and I hope you like my video. Regards, goodbye.